Welcome to the Weekly Experience Podcast, covering Surrey and Hampshire with your presenters, Neil Braybrook-Tidy and Jenny Thornton. The show that brings you all the facts about your local area and is always guaranteed to put a smile on your face. So sit back and enjoy the Weekly Experience Podcast that goes from 0 to 60 in 60 seconds.
It is a Wednesday, which means it's Mike's podcasting day. Hello, Reverend Mike, Minister Mike.
Hello, hello, Neil. Are you putting your teeth back in?
Yeah, I sort of understand on what do I actually call you? It's just
Mike's
Mike.
the easiest. Mike, the minister.
The big boss.
The minister, the boss.
I wouldn't go boss.
He's not the big boss, no.
I'm married. I'm not the boss.
Let me start again, shall we? We've been talking, and we wish we'd really recorded what we were talking about. So we're going to
because it was coherent.
It was.
And
yes.
We were talking with Neil about when you watch things, say a politician, and they have that moment where they're asked a question and they pause and they silence. And the answer. And myself and Jack were suggesting Neil might need those moments, but then we realised that rather than a thinking moment, that would just be a void.
You know when people say you need to think before you speak?
Yeah.
That's what I need to do sometimes, because especially when I do podcasts, my brain sort of disengages between the mouth and it's just like it just comes out whatever it is.
We'd never noticed.
Talk about it. Really?
No.
That's why I want to do a video. I can't get the lip sync working.
Anyway,
it's a bit like that when I've been watching The Money Heist. I watched The Money Heist the other week.
Oh, yes.
And it's dubbed from Spanish. Most of the time it's pretty good, but there's moments where you go, ooh, definitely.
Are they wearing those really, really corduroy suits and things like that?
You've not watched it, have you?
No.
Is that one on Netflix?
Netflix.
Yeah, that's really good.
Outfits. Really good.
Really good.
Actually.
Really good. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're both into Netflix, are you? You like Netflix?
Well, it's flicking around to see what's on, because some they have really good shows and other times it's rubbish.
But do you find the worst one is when you found something you think you want to watch and then you go back to watch it, it's not there?
It's not there, yeah, they've taken it off.
Or it's moved around in their algorithms and you can't find the thing.
Yeah, because especially when you get to like a series, you get first series, second series is gone.
Yeah.
Or Luther's a good one. They got, I think, series 7.
Luther.
Luther, not Luther.
Not Luther. I thought you said Luther.
I thought you said Luther as well.
New bath time show. Luther.
Yeah, they start from like mid-season.
There's a reason for that, because Amazon bought the first rights for it, and they have to wait for Amazon to obviously relinquish those rights to put it all onto Netflix. But if you're at certain parts in the world, it is all on Netflix. And
also, they change the deals as well. So sometimes they'll go on and then the deal changes. They don't want to pay for it, so they remove it off the show. So it's annoying.
But the trick Netflix had is I ended up with Netflix when we moved back to the UK, because we got it free with O2 when I redid my phone contract. Bonus for a year.
Yeah.
For a year free Netflix. The only problem is, after a year, the kids are hooked.
Yeah, that's the
idea.
idea.
I now have to pay for it.
That's the marketing deploy, isn't it?
I'm just worrying about renewing my contract again, because I'll get the Disney Channel is now what O2 are offering, and I don't particularly want that.
We have the Disney Channel.
I got that on the O2 one. Yeah.
No, it's the new Disney
Plus
thing.
Yeah. We have that.
Yeah. Okay.
We have that. The only reason why I have it is because of Marvel. My youngest daughter has it because of like Pixar.
I've only got it because I got it for free for 6 months. Give it a go. See what's
that was
there.
it with O2.
Yeah.
But that's how they got me on Netflix. So I'm going to get got on Disney as well, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I've got Amazon Prime as well, which is really good. So I ordered on Saturday. I was saying to Neil earlier, I ordered on Saturday for doing my weekly service.
Yes.
So I've been holding the mobile phone or stacking it up against a pile of paper as you do.
Yeah.
So I ordered a tripod, and it's great. It came in the middle of me doing the service on Sunday.
Did you do an unboxing live in the service?
I never thought of that.
You could have done that.
The only downside is, knowing my luck, I once did that on a Christmas day, where you unwrap a present and see what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a mistake once, and ever since I've unwrapped slightly before to check what's in it. It's worked out safe. And I also discovered that doing a Christmas Day service in a onesie is bad for your health, because I overheated and nearly passed out.
Did you think it'd be a nice fun thing to do at the time?
It was a very good idea at the time.
It's not as if you can unzip it either.
True. But it was funny, because it was the one service when I was in Germany that the brigade commander, the highest level person in Germany, used to come to, and he'd sit there during it. This guy's quite high up now. He's a full general now. A really nice guy. Yeah, lovely guy, James. And this one service he came, and I'm there with my woolly jumper, my Christmas jumper, and the next year he came and I had my onesie, and he just thought it was absolutely comical, because there was me trying to carry on and keep a straight face, and he's falling off his chair laughing in his tweed jacket. It was hilarious.
But it's moments like that, isn't it, that we remember.
It is, absolutely. And, Petra and James are just wonderful. They live in Aldershot. So if you're listening, Petra and James, hi from me.
Hello from my... Yeah, we'll send it to them.
Yeah, we'll send them a message.
I sent you a message. There we go. Excellent. So we are here with Mike. It's that general roundup for the week. And it's Carers Week this week. So
it is indeed, yeah. So last week was Volunteers Week. Which was great, wasn't it? And we had a good chat with Jem about that. Jem, she's not here today.
She's not. I don't know where she is.
She's I think she's in one of her Instagram jobs.
Ah, okay. She's an Instagram star.
She's vlogging or something like that.
I tried to be an Instagram star once.
Did you? What happened?
Camera broke.
I couldn't actually get the camera to work, and then it went on Instagram, and it was like, how do you get people to share it? I didn't know how it worked. So,
well, Jem, we need to get tips off Jem.
Yes.
Yeah. So Volunteers of the Week last week. I'll bring you back on track so your mind just went. And this week is Carers Week. So it's been particularly hard for carers, hasn't it, in the last few months?
Well, the caring population, basically, I think, has had to make a decision. Do we live in or do we not care?
Absolutely, and it's really tough. So we've got a whole mix, I think, of different carers. You've got those that are paid carers that work in nursing homes, care homes, hospitals, etc.
Yeah.
You've got those living carers, as you say, and those that go around houses visiting several people. And then you've got people like you and me, people who care for their relatives. Certainly, in my role as the minister, you come across lots of people who care for the loved ones who've either have dementia, or they've had a stroke, they've got MS. The list goes on, and they've cared for years and years and years for those loved ones. And a lot of the time, it goes unnoticed, unrecognised, and people feel so isolated because they're caring for their loved ones that they love so much. They might have been together 60 years. So it's great this week that we're recognising carers and that they're getting that support. And as you say, it's been particularly difficult because some have had to make the decision to live in or not. And I know a couple of members here, they've got living carers who are just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
In my job as a plumber, some of my customers, they have living carers, and they are part of the family, which is really, really great. But the thing is, like you say, there are a lot of people out there who don't get the recognition, like looking after their wives, their husbands, their kids, and people like that, and they don't get paid for it.
And you've got to realise as well, caring is not just about older people. You've got people out there who are young people, young carers, looking after their parents or their siblings. And doing that role, I know several people who, especially children who have special needs, that they're having to work really hard with them, and it's so important. And when that carer is ill or something happens, it's so traumatic. I was chatting the other week to one of our lovely church members who her husband had to go into hospital. He's okay now, thankfully, but the biggest trouble was he's her primary carer. And it's brilliant, he's okay, but the stress that caused for 48 hours to make sure she was okay. But caring is such just unsung heroes. And it was great that the Mayor last year for Surrey Heath recognised young carers, and some of the money from the Mayor's charity went to Action for Carers and the young carers in particular.
Let's talk about young carers as we're on that subject at the moment. Excuse me. Obviously, young carers, they are, like you say, they start sort of 10 years old and they go...
if not younger, some of them, yeah.
Some of them a bit younger. Yeah. Then you have these charities that actually look after the young carers.
Absolutely.
They take them away on for a short break and things like that.
Try allow them to be children, because the problem is, isn't it? If a child, a 10-year-old is caring for a relative, they don't really get a chance to be a child. And certainly I don't know if it was with you the other day, we were chatting, when I was growing up, you'd go home, you'd spend most of your summer holidays playing out in the garden or on the street. And it's been quite interesting during the lockdown, not hearing children play in the garden. And even, now lockdown's eased a bit, not seeing people play on the streets, and you just don't see it as much anymore. I think as a child, if lockdown had happened in the 80s, it'd have been very different.
It would. But
also, the biggest stress for me would have been not being able to play with my friends in the street or have friends round.
It is a very social thing, isn't it?
It is. I think it was much more social in the 80s, and we didn't even have Game Boys then. So
now we had game boards.
Game boards. I remember getting an Amstrad that used to go.
Yeah, I had one in.
As it loaded Chucky Egg on the disc, and on the
so
disc.
we've gone from carers to talking about Amstrad computers.
I know
how does that work?
Yeah, but the random world of Neil and Mike.
I know. So,
but we Kirby. Kirby was a good one in the 80s.
A what?
Kirby. What's Kirby?
What's Kirby?
Throwing the ball over the other side. You get one on either side of the road, You've got to throw the ball, hit the curve, back over.
Yeah. But you could do that in the 80s because there wasn't as many cars.
No, in lockdown, when we first started, that was perfect to do it on because there's hardly any traffic on the road, but obviously not good to do now.
You and the
with
kids
you living on the friendly road.
road.
But if you get the timing right, you can bounce it off the side of a bus. Don't do that, please. That's antisocial behaviour.
No, I remember as a kid,
Sorry, Inspector James. I'm not encouraging antisocial
I can just
behaviour.
imagine that. Well, Mike said that we could do this.
I had a rubber bouncer ball, and I was going to school, and the bus was coming at an angle past us. I thought if I throw it at the bus, it's going to bounce off and miss me. But it didn't. It bounced off, hit me right in the eye.
Serves you right.
But those were the days, though, when you were at school, Jack, because clearly you're older than me, were the days where the bus driver would stop, get off and slap you.
It did. I got the Italian.
Don't do that again. Don't do that. I'll take you home to your parents. Oh, hang on.
Hang on, we've been waved at. Hang on. What's up, Simon? We recording, but go on.
Carry on.
You'll never believe what's out here. We just had a whole van load of Easter eggs.
Excellent.
For next year?
For next year? Where have they come from? Do you know?
We think it's Surrey County Council or via Nestle.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
so
excellent.
thank you to whoever's donated Easter eggs to Surrey Who's Prepared.
Chocolate is chocolate at the end of the day.
It is.
The whole of the lift is full.
Oh,
Brilliant,
That's
brilliant.
fantastic. Whoever donates the Easter eggs, it just
Thank you
goes
very
to
much.
show. It just goes to show that people are still donating.
It just shows the randomness as well of the fact that we're just going to go, what's Simon want? So hi to Simon and Anne. Simon is our lovely assistant treasurer who knows, he basically tells me how much money we've not got. He's a star because I don't understand.
It's money.
It's money, yeah. I used to work for Midland Bank years ago. When it was the Griffin logo.
Yeah.
Before it became the HSBC logo. And when it changed to HSBC, we got this tie. There was, the HSBC chevrons. It was covered in these chevrons. And I did mountain rescue at the time. And I was in a police station in Darwin. And the inspector walked up to me and said, "Oh, Mike, is that one of those weird Magic Eye ties? Because you remember Magic Eye from the 90s.
No.
And you do. And I said, "Why? What do you see?" And he said, "Oh, I can see a giraffe." And I said, "Oh, lovely," and walked away smiling because it was absolutely not a Magic Eye tie, but he
Really?
could see a giraffe in my tie, which was hilarious. So,
A giraffe, not a griffin. You could have said,
I
I could see a griffin. That would have been quite good, wouldn't it?
yeah, I didn't think that fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back to Carers Week.
Oh yeah, that's what we're on. Yeah, before we're interrupted by Easter eggs and random other things.
Yes. So with obviously Carers Week, it's everything to do with about carers.
Yeah, so we just got to be, keep an eye out for people. Say thank you to people for caring, because that's ultimate kindness, isn't it? And especially, it's not just about caring for relatives. There'll be some people out there who care for the neighbours. They do the shopping. I know people that have shopped for neighbours for years. It's just what you do. And it's wonderful. And we've seen that outpouring of kindness and caring, aren't we, in the community in the last couple of months, where neighbours are supporting neighbours and people are suddenly realising they've got neighbours. They don't live in an isolated house on their own.
I know, and also going out there and seeing your neighbours as well.
Yeah. That was the nice thing about the clap for carers, wasn't it? The clap for the key workers, that you could actually see your neighbours and wave at each other. And there was something about going out on a Thursday night and going, "Hello!"
Just waving at each other. Oh, I have got neighbours. Oh,
Yeah.
we've never met before.
Yeah,
I mean, you
absolutely.
can obviously go up to them, but
you could wave. It was
you could
great
wave
fun.
and shout.
We certainly know our neighbours better now than we did before.
Neil, how empty was your street on that day?
Very,
I put a hiding for Neil. Dug out. Neil will be out there.
Neil's there, run away.
very, very. Unfortunately, we live on a strange street where basically we have a pathway and then we have a massive great load of vegetation, so you can't actually see anyone. So, but I do know
I
that
can
people.
see bonuses in that, actually.
There were people out there, they were clapping, and obviously we were out there clapping as well and waving, and as with everyone else. And of course, last week
Was the last one, wasn't it?
Well, no, we didn't do it last week.
Was it the week before was the
It
last
was the
one?
week before the last one, yes.
What was I doing last Thursday night?
You're just out there on your own going, hey! on my own.
Nothing changes there then.
And all the neighbours going, what's he doing?
Mike's lost it again. He's been drinking again.
So we need to, I think we need to start doing something else to say thank you, because I think it should be thank you to everyone.
Yeah, people have been amazing, haven't they? People have pulled together during this crisis, but it's great. I know Jenny's smiling because the shops are opening next week.
Oh, even better.
And she needs to get her nails done and things. And how are you going to cope with the hairdressers, Jenny?
There's self-distancing still.
Self-distancing. Well, it's long enough. She could self-distance with that. It's almost 2 meters.
Yeah,
But I've not had that problem.
You haven't, no. No, we were discussing hair, obviously, this morning
we
as
were,
well.
because Jack's had that streak done down the middle of greyness, hasn't he?
He has. How much do you pay for that? Was it a lot of money? I know you go to the women's hairdresser.
all
That costs you a
natural.
fortune.
My 47th is coming up, so I normally get more grey hair coming.
Are you going to dye it?
No, I go leave it. It's natural.
You just leave it as natural.
Yeah.
That's natural.
Because
Okay. Moving on.
yeah, a white streak in the hair normally means like you've had some sort of fright or something. Something's
or you're a
happened in your
badger.
life. Yeah.
Sorry.
So it brings us on to Mike's question of the week.
Oh yeah, random question.
Random question of the week, which is I can't remember. Which is, can you? Is there anything in your life that sticks out?
Are you sure?
Yeah, is there anything in your life that sticks out that is very, very
Special
memorable?
moment.
Special moment. Yes.
Well, I've got to say it because if I don't, she'd kill me. Is meeting my wife was very special.
Oh.
So I met Sue at Stansted Airport.
Go on then. Go on, carry on.
And then we got on a plane and went to Italy for a week.
What, together?
Yeah. Plus 15 young people.
So, youth leader.
Youth leader, yeah. So Sue
Okay.
came along as a translator because I'm blessed she speaks Italian, but now she speaks German as well. She sometimes gets mixed up with the two, which is quite funny when you're in a bar in Italy and she suddenly starts speaking German and they're looking going, do you speak Italian? Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we went on a trip with 15 young people to Torre Pellice in Italy, which is the Waldensian Valleys, taking a youth group. It was fabulous. That was the Sunday evening. By the Wednesday, the kids were taking bets on when we'd get together.
Isn't that frowned upon? Wasn't that like...
It was against SEMP carding, so we didn't do that. So 2 weeks after we got back, we met up and we got together. 3 months later, we were engaged and then we got married and that was... Jenny's left her phone on. I was getting deep and meaningful then and Jenny's left her phone on.
You sport the moment.
It is. She's spoilt it. She can't work out how to turn it off now.
No. Give it to the young person in the room. He'll show you what
She's
to do.
still struggling. So embarrassing, isn't it, Jenny, when everyone points at, well, she's
there
done
we
it.
go. Look at that.
There we go. So 2 weeks later, we got together, and then we got married in 2005, and we've been married since, and 2 lovely kids. So that was a special moment. Kids was a highlight. Kids are great, but no. I didn't enjoy the stress of the birth, I'm afraid. I enjoyed after they said hello, but not during.
I've got to say, it was the same for me as well. Meeting Cheryl, my lovely wife, for the first time. That magical moment after chatting her up on the phone for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Well, that was it. I chatted to Sue on the phone beforehand. I rang her up to check she had travel insurance, and we were on the phone 3 hours. And that was the first time.
Do you have travel insurance? No. Okay, bye.
Yeah, but we ended up chatting for 3 hours, and Sue said to her mum and dad, "Oh, he seems very nice." Still get on with my in-laws, which is wonderful. But I wonder if we brought Sue and Cheryl on and asked them what was there.
What they thought, yeah.
We need to get their side of the story, Stephanie.
I was dreading the moment. Yeah.
They both went,
Maybe I should do a podcast with them two on their own and you is out the way.
Oh, that'd be
quite funny.
That would be
actually.
quite funny, yeah. Sitting there not saying anything because they didn't want to say.
Oh, no, you get them going.
Cheryl was one of my customers. So I was a salesman at the time and I sort of
What were you
chatted her up
selling?
on the phone. I was selling plumbing parts.
Imagine the chat lines he was doing with
Yes. 4-inch pipe and things like that.
I was not going to go there. I was just going to leave it as it was.
And
So at least I wasn't a salesman. That's just
rubber well.
Stop. so we just met at Stansted Airport, got on a plane, and went on holiday. I think that's just more cheesy. Well, that's just.
You don't want to talk about the ball.
No,
no, okay.
But Sue, Sue is a linguist. She then went to do a MA at Cambridge.
Oh wow!
Anglia Polytechnic University, Cambridge.
She misses out the front part there.
Always. Yeah. Where did you study? Cambridge. But she's great. So, if anybody knows Mrs. Thomason, say hello to her at Lakeside School, and she'll probably then curse you because I've mentioned her on air.
What does she actually do at Lakeside School? She does
That's a very good question.
Specialist subject, isn't it?
Sue's runs the forest school. She's a forest school lead, but also acts as a LSA teaching assistant, doing one-to-one stuff. She's all right, but don't upset her. She's scary. My kids laugh at me when I get annoyed at them, and all Sue has to say.
Did she do that teacher?
She does.
The teacher thing. Yeah,
she's the scary one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the thing is forest school as well. That's totally new. I wouldn't even understand what forest
it's
school
brilliant.
is.
You get to play in the woods all day and set things on fire.
Which is what I used to do as a kid anyway.
Yeah, we used to call it playing out.
Playing out, yes, playing in the forest over
but it's
the
now
ranges.
Playing out in a safe way, and so I spent the last 2 weekends chopping up pallets for kindling for her, and Terry Emmett very kindly gave us a load of the
Orange
crates.
boxes.
The orange
really
boxes
good for that,
chop
yeah.
up for kindling as well. The only problem is they splinter, so I've got splinters in the ends of all
Were
my
you not
fingers.
wearing gloves?
Of course not.
Did you have your steel toe cap boots on?
No.
Are you defenders?
No.
Safety ear protectors?
I didn't have it. I had my safety Crocs on.
Safety Crocs. Oh, that's perfect then. There you go. And of course you're wearing glasses anyway, so otherwise you wouldn't be able to see anything. So yeah,
Which garden am I in? Yeah. So
okay, well that's that.
I think so thank you to carers.
Yes, carers. Thank you very, very much. You do a fantastic job.
So it's been boozled time, isn't it?
It is. It is. And Jenny's going to take part of this.
But as Jenny's here, and who have you brought with you, Jenny? Sorry? You're going to have to go louder. I've got headphones on.
Stephen.
So Stephen's got to be being boozled as well. Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
there
Gemma did it last week.
Take one. Go on, take one. Take one.
Take a bean boozled.
Take a bean boozled.
Stephen's suddenly looking very nervous and thinking, what have I agreed to?
Take a black one. Take a black one. Oh.
Jack, do you want one?
I'm fine, thank you. I had
Jack,
one
put
earlier.
the black one back.
You didn't have one earlier.
Oh, you've gone for the easy option.
What's going on here? What have you done?
It's gone for the easy option. Oh, we've all gone for white. How spooky is that, Mike? We've all got white ones.
Wait. You can't lick in.
I got yellow.
Right, so what colour have we got?
White.
Hang on, I've got a... So you've all got white ones. So that's going to be coconut milk or... coconut or spoiled milk. That's the one I had last week. I was vile.
Okay.
I've got a... I think I've got barf or peach. Or
right.
dead fish or... I need a magnifying glass. What have you got?
What you got, Jack?
It's yellow.
You got a yellow one, so that's rotten egg or buttered popcorn. Okay.
You should know these off by heart by now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh dear, no. That is, yeah.
Why are you nibbling at it, Jenny? Just put it in your mouth.
It's not an after dinner mint.
Just an aperitif. Just put it in.
Oh.
I think you got spoiled milk.
Oh, well done.
I got
Excellent.
peach. I'm prof this week.
What was my one saying it might be?
Buttered popcorn or rotten egg.
I think it's butter popcorn.
You want to go again?
I think he wants to.
I don't think he wants to go.
No.
No, do you want to go again? Well, I
Nice.
can guarantee it'll taste different.
Give him a black one. No. Would we set him up? No. The new person has to do this.
You want another one?
There we go.
I'm fine.
Jack's wussing out. Come on, Neil, get another one.
Oh. Really?
Yep.
You enjoy this game far too much.
I've got strawberry smoothie or dead fish this time.
I've got a white one with green things on. Green bits.
I think, I don't know. Let's just go. 3.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Go. That is.
Oh,
I like that.
I got strawberry milkshake. Was that licorice or coffee? Coffee.
That is.
That's licorice. Black's licorice or skunk spray. So you got licorice.
Cool.
Right.
Excellent.
I think we profed on that one.
Yeah.
Excellent.
On that
Okay,
note,
so next time.
we'd like to say goodbye, Mike. Thank you
Goodbye,
very
Neil.
much for another week.
Of stuff.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Take
Okay,
care.
see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of The Weekly Experience. For more episodes, you can find us on Apple Podcast and Podbean. And remember to subscribe to stay fully up to date. So look out for our next podcast and do check our new website, buzzpodcasts.co.uk.